Hi everyone, this is Matt here from AceMakers. Today we have Mike Lamch from Annex Web Service, and we're going to talk about some amazing results that Mike gets, and so that you can learn as well how to improve your results, build your company. So Mike is typically able to get 2 clients every week. He can get a closing rate of over 150%. So I want to jump into this and just discuss this as a part of case study.
When we first started working together before we began the process, I was just doing everything myself. I didn't really have a reliable way of getting new clients. I was just kind of shifting from one thing to another thing. I didn't really have any assistance or any systems in place to outsource things or any really reliable way to get clients on a consistent basis. I learned about Matt from a video from a YouTube channel, so I decided to reach out to Matt.
Can you talk about your offer before and what did we do in terms of improving the offer?
At the beginning, my offer was pretty generic. I was using things like Upwork and Fiverr to get clients. The delivery itself was always different from client to client, and it always brought up new kind of problems. What we determined was there was multiple clients within the wheel repair niche that I managed to get really good results for. So instead of going with a generic offer targeted towards everyone, we created a specific offer for that particular target market, which really allowed us to improve the getting clients.
And can you talk how did we figure that this is a good niche to try?
Based on the results we had. And then we created an offer. And then instead of just going all in with it, we tested it out to make sure the offer could be validated. Once we seen that there was interest there, we did realize, first of all, that the wheel repair niche in particular was a little bit too narrow. So then we broadened it and started testing different automotive niches as well. And then we did pick a couple different niches that did work, and then we put together the offer there and directed it towards that target market. Because I'm Canadian from Toronto, we decided that Canada, as well as US, we realized that would be the best market to test out because of the familiarity there.
How would you compare having this generic offer, just making Google ads versus targeting a very specific niche?
The main benefit for me was just being able to close clients a lot easier because the offer was directed exactly at them. So even if they were considering multiple different offers, because my offer was so specific to them, they could relate to it better. Even if maybe I had a higher price than someone else, they would consider my offer over a generic offer because it's tailored exactly to them. I understand what their problems are, and I have proof that I can get them the solutions that you're looking for.
Would you advise other people to focus on a specific niche, or would you advise them to just be generic?
Definitely advise them to focus on a specific niche. Just like I mentioned, when you can offer something that's exactly what they're looking for, targeted towards them, it's a lot easier for them to have trust in you.
So can you talk a little bit more about how would you recommend getting clients for a niche?
Once you have the niche figured out and you have your offer figured out, really next step would be to get leads. So the first thing you want to determine is where is your audience. For a lot bigger companies, they might be on somewhere like LinkedIn. But because we were targeting smaller automotive businesses, we found that we could get those businesses via email from scraping Google Maps. So pretty much we determined the audience was there. We figured the tool was to get email addresses, scrape from Google Maps. And then from there, we built a funnel around email marketing. Since the new funnel implemented and launched with the specific offer towards a specific audience, I've been able to close at over 100%. Every single sales call I've gotten has led to at least one client, with some sales calls leading to multiple clients, hence the over 100%.
I think a lot of people are worried. They are worried to contact too many people, and I think they are thinking about some small numbers. They don't think too big. They would start with like, hey, I can just contact 500 people and nobody's replying. It's interesting amount of data that you're working with. Could you talk more about this?
Since we built this funnel, we aim to send out 10,000 emails weekly. So this large amount of volume really is what gave me enough leads to be able to get this many clients. Again, when you do email marketing, not everyone's gonna open the emails. Essentially, would reach out with a question that was very basic, not too long of an email, just trying to get a positive response. And because we were doing such volume, this would give us a large enough number of leads that would allow us to have enough prospects to actually close a large amount of clients in a small period of time.
You send them an email, and then how do you take it from there in terms of closing actual sales?
Really, the goal of the initial email is just to garner a positive response from them. So we keep it short and sweet, just to gauge their interest. When they did respond with some interest, we would then send them a targeted video, specifically highlighting their website in the video via Loom, pointing out some problems as well as some solutions that we can help guide them towards. Also, just providing social proof for how we've done this for other businesses that have had similar problems that are in the same niche.
Would you recommend other people following similar strategy, like a little bit more effort into building sets to voice the results you brought to other clients to get this social proof, and not just selling marketing materials created like that?
Yeah, 100%. By having things such as case studies, we also reached out to some of the original clients that we had that we did really well with. We ended up getting a video testimonial from them, which was a tremendous asset in being able to close new clients. So combining stuff like video testimonials with case studies and just showing social proof that you've done this before, this is very helpful in getting new clients with a specific funnel that's targeted towards a specific niche or industry.
Those clients interested, you had those materials that you were sending to them that made your sales easier, right?
Yep, definitely. A lot of times the assets do a lot of the selling for you. So a lot of times they've reviewed the testimonials, the case studies. They can relate to the stories that have been being told in these testimonials and case studies. So then a lot of the selling's done. Then a lot of it on the call they've already kind of proved and they're already interested, and it makes it a lot easier to close these clients.
Okay, yeah, imagine that definitely helps a lot to through those awareness stages. Also, you created guarantees, right?
Yeah, so we've also been offering guarantees to these new clients, which allows them to take some of the pressure off of themselves and kind of onto us. It's kind of letting them know that we're on the same page as you. We're here to get you results, and we have a guarantee in place. So we make sure that we produce for you.
And can you talk about building systems? You have so many emails, so many clients. How would you recommend people tackling something like that?
The biggest problem is when you're sending this sort of volume out and you don't have a process in place. Like this can be time consuming, right? Like making these videos using tools such as Pipedrive and having CRMs and making sure you're following up in time. There's just a lot of moving parts in place. So really what was helpful was just working with Matt just to identify the entire process, figuring out what we can automate, figuring out what we can add in, what was necessary, what was not necessary. And that really just streamlined the amount of time it would take to send these videos out and to do this outreach, allowing me to do more volume in a smaller period of time. I think tracking sheets are really important. It makes it a lot more easy to forecast what needs to be done to get a certain amount of clients. You have that data, what's needed to scale, and how much volume needs to be done in order to get the results that I'm actually looking to achieve.
What is the things you wish you would have known? You wish you're starting out or before.
For sure, it's just having the right guidance in place. When I was first starting out, I got an idea of where I wanted to go, but I didn't really know how to get there. And being the sole business owner, I don't really have a business partner or other people to consult with. And with so many moving parts going on at all different times, it's hard for me to clear direction of where to go. I'm always switching gears and whatnot. So by having someone else that has the knowledge of what needs to be done and to be able to figure out what makes sense to do and what doesn't make sense to do, really just speeds up the entire process. Doing all this by myself would have taken a long time. I might not have figured certain things out, but even just taking some of the pressure off by having someone else that you can speak to, that you can troubleshoot things together, also takes a lot of stress off and takes a lot of pressure off in terms of scaling a business.
And in terms of general advice, not just, in collaboration with us, but like, what's the things like you wish you knew and that you've learned running a business like this? Not even, testimonial for us, but just in general, what would you wish to spread all the entrepreneurs to know so they can avoid all the pain when they're starting building such a
For
company?
sure, for sure. Mainly the thing is really just having an offer, because it all starts at the offer. Instead of having something that's generic that you're kind of pitching to everybody, really having a specific market and a specific offer tailored towards that market, and then really figuring out where that market, where that target audience actually is, and then making sure you have the right channels to reach them where they're actually going to receive your messaging.
Okay, thanks. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Mike. I appreciate it.